You know, you see me along the side with some water and shit, enjoying myself, enjoying the wind. Go out and get some time with nature and everything. Go out and take a walk, get offline, get off your phone, and go take some time out. But anyways, as you guys know, yes, we're having a walk in that conversation. But this was on my mind, and this is something that I wanted to talk about. And it really has to go hand in hand with flirting, really, because I see a lot of confusion about what flirting is, and I really want to break it down. And this is gonna help you, especially if you're new to flirting, if you want to flirt, if you're not really good at flirting. What up, twin? How you feeling? Great to see you. Great to see you. Welcome in. Welcome, 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 welcome. You know, we currently just taking some walks outside. It's a beautiful day. I'm glad to be alive. You know, express that gratitude. Gratitude is extremely important. But anyways, nah, you good. But I appreciate you being here. Just type in all-star, that way I can pin it if you can't be here for too long, and I'll be greatly appreciated. But anyways, you know, we're gonna talk about how to flirt if you are a beginner to this shit, because I know there's a lot of confusion again. A lot of ways. How do you flirt? How do you stop overthinking when you're trying to flirt? You know, what should I say? What should I do? How should I do it? What should I, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna give you a couple steps that are very basic. Thank you for doing that, by the way. I appreciate you, twin. But I'm gonna give you a couple of basic steps, really. And it's gonna be things that's gonna help you moving forward. Because last night, you know, not on my show, but I went out twice last night. I went to downtown, and then afterwards I went to like a nice ass restaurant and shit. And of course I explored the perimeter, had a good time, went to the bar, you know what I mean? Just chilled out, relax, you feel me? But just in general, you know, that I just off of observing myself whenever I flirt with women, a lot of the things that helps me is that I don't necessarily think. But let me break it down for you, because you're gonna be like, oh wait, but my mind is always there, but you know, da da da. Listen, one of the basic steps of flirting is to be bold. So when I mean be bold, I mean being able to say the thing that's on your mind and that scares you. Cause you know, you gotta be able to have a sense of like a bad boy attitude, if that makes sense. You gotta be able to be bold when it comes to it, because if you're not bold, basically what you're saying is that, you know, I'm scared enough to say something and I want to walk on eggshells, because what if it scares her away? What if she doesn't like it? Women like it when you're bold. Women like when you can, let me sit right here, actually. This is beautiful as hell. Ooh, this sun is shining. I love this shit. Anyways, one of the best steps and most basic steps is being able to be bold. So meaning that you're able to say the thing, right? You got to be able to say the thing. And meaning that is just because, like, you can even say she looks good, or you don't agree on something, or, you know, you want to get some sexual chemistry, or whatever the case is. You want to say something sexual, you can say that. You can say something to compliment her on something, whatever the case is. But a sense of boldness, and I'm going to add another one, is some wittiness, all right? So what I mean about wittiness is just saying, when it comes to wittiness, it's like you're able to stay on your toes. When you're having an exchange dialogue with a lady, especially when it comes to flirting and everything, you want to make sure that you're able to say something as fast, and you're not trying to wait too long. You're not trying to hesitate. What you're saying is like, okay, hold on. If she says, what do you think of my dress? And then she says, well, you know, instead of thinking about it, you know, I feel like it's a good look for you, and it looks really nice with your body. Or is that what you say to all women? And stuff like that. Just being able to stay on your toes and staying present is one of the most important things when it comes to flirting. So it's boldness, wittiness, and presence. Presence means just being present in the moment, being present to have a conversation. What up, Reese? How you feeling? Yes, the fast response. What's good, Hillary? Hey, what up, Princess? How you feeling? Great to see everybody. Welcome in. Hit the like button. You're more than welcome to subscribe. But yeah, I'm just giving out basic tips to flirting with women. Because last night when I went to a restaurant after my live, I was having a conversation with this lady, and you know, we exchanged a couple of words, and she was like, how are you doing? How's your night going? I was like, it's really good. You know, I'm enjoying myself, and you're here, so the company's great so far. And she was like, she laughed, and then she told me, is that what you say to all the women? And I told her off rip fast, and I said, only the ones that I'm interested in. And then she laughed again, and she said, oh, does it work every time? And then I told her, I don't know, you tell me, how does it make you feel? Something like that. Happy birthday. What up, Edward? What's good, official dear? Appreciate y'all being here. We in the building. But that's like that. We didn't go any further than that. It was just a cool convo. I mean, I was just really having a good time, enjoying myself, doing a small celebration last night, but the response that I'm giving off is because it's like the boldness that I said a lot. And the boldness doesn't have to be a direct thing of saying, oh, I gotta say the biggest and baddest thing. No, what's bold is like already assuming that you like me, like already assuming that this is a thing already. Cause let me break down the conversation. Like I said, I'm enjoying my night, I'm enjoying myself, and you're here, so I'm enjoying the company so far. And then she laughed, right? And then she said, do you tell that to all girls? Now, most people are gonna hear that response from women. Oh, if a woman tells you, do you say that all the time to women? Either guys are gonna be like, no, only to you, my love, my beautiful, or they're gonna hesitate and freeze up, right? So what I did, and one of the biggest things I talk about is countering, but let's not get too advanced, is that I flipped it and used it. So she's telling me that I'm telling her only to the ones I'm interested. That's why I'm saying it to you. And off of the rip. So it's not like I thought to my head and I waited for me to flirt. I just said it off rip. I just let it go because I wasn't afraid to say the thing. So usually most of the time when you're afraid to say something bold or you want to flirt with women, if you're not saying it, you're scared, either excited, or the outcome, you don't know what's gonna happen. But that's why you should go for it. And I'm not telling you to be creepy, right? Because flirting isn't creepy. Flirting is a playful banter and exchange of words and showing that we have a desire for each other. Let's see. But can you tell me how to get a woman? How old are you, bro? How old are you, Edward? And less is more? Less is definitely more. I appreciate you. John, you're crazy, bro. Anyways, going forward though. And even when she said that and then says, does that work on every girl, right? Because guys will hear, does that work on every girl? Or, a lot of women, let's be real, come across men who aren't impressive, men who don't think on their feet, men who don't necessarily know how to hold up a conversation or even flirt, right? They could be in the door as far as looks and everything, but in general, they don't know how to keep up the conversation or the flow of the flirting going. Excuse me. So when she said that, does that work for every girl? I don't know. You tell me, how is it making you feel, right? And then we laughed, and then she was like, okay, you smooth. I see you fast with it. So, and just shit like that. And then we just got into small convo and I left shortly after that. But that's the thing. The whole point is that when having a conversation of flirting, you got to be able to stay present. So it's boldness, witty, and you got to have presence. Presence meaning just being present in the moment. And I'm not here just saying anything. I'm not here telling her, I'm lying to her. Oh no, only you. I only do it for you. And nah, I don't. No. I'm letting you know that I do it with more women besides yourself. You know what I'm saying? No, yeah, SOG, you have no profile picture and you're typing behind the screen, bro. Just take some notes, bro. I know that you don't get no girls. I know you don't get nothing like that. So just take some notes. I will help you out. All right. You don't gotta project your insecurities. Anyways, going forward, those are some basic ways to get to flirt with a lady, especially if you're a beginner. If you're someone who's afraid to go out there and get it and to have conversations, you got to realize that women are, what's up, Franklin? Women are just humans, bro. They're literally they're a human. They're an individual. Sure, you can think that they're beautiful, but because you think they're attractive shouldn't stop you for saying something. What's good, Caitlin? I'm good. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you. How you doing? But that's the whole point of it all, is that I'm able to also expression. And as far as expression for communication and desire is an important part when it comes to flirting with women. Because why are you flirting? What is the reason? Express your desires, express your intentions. That's the thing that most people don't want to do, because they want to hide behind a conversation that they don't really care. Oh, what do you do for work? Oh my God, do you live here with your parents? Oh my God, no way. Oh, work is so stressful, huh? You guys don't really care about that. What's good? What's going on? Of course, no, for sure. But it's just, that's the whole point of everything. Most people that try to flirt, they're flirting with interview questions. Women don't want to hear that. And plus, most of y'all just ask those things because you're hiding behind a desire and intention that you actually genuinely want. And that's just really what comes down to it. You got to make sure that you're saying the things, get it off your chest, feel the things that you're feeling, and speak to her. Because it's really simple. Number 1, boldness. 2, wittiness. And 3rd, presence. And all that really comes down to is expressive communication. You know what I'm saying? So that's the basic steps of having a conversation with a lady that you want to talk to and you want to flirt. Because flirting is fun. Flirting is not meant to be a strict program. It isn't meant to be robotic. Flirting is like a mental and emotional dance that you're having with her. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. What's good? What's up, Nina? But that's what I'm saying. Listen, I'm going to go and get up out of here. I just wanted to come over here and talk this real quick. It was on my mind. I didn't want to make a video, so I just went on live. But I'll keep it up for those who's in the building. Appreciate y'all being here. Hit the like, subscribe. I'm out this thing. Peace.